Hi, how's it going? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today I'm going to be doing an eyeshadow bingo for you. I think I've done one other video like this before. It's been a while though, but lately I've felt like I've been kind of in a rut with my eye looks, kind of staying within my comfort zone, doing the same things. So I wanted to try to make myself branch out a little bit, change things up. I planned to record this video earlier today and use natural light, but it turned out to be pretty cloudy today and time just got away from me and I didn't get around to recording till now, which is 6 p.m. in the evening. So I do have my light on, so hopefully you'll be able to see me well enough. And if you're not familiar with these videos, basically I'm going to be trying to do an eyeshadow look using a random number generator to choose the colors that I will use. So this could turn out to be quite interesting. Hoping it works out well. But I have already done my face makeup and my eyebrows just for time's sake because I mainly wanted to just focus on the shadows for this video. But I know some people really get adventuresome using lots of different shadows, lots of, different palettes. But for today, I'm planning to use 4 shadows because normally I only use 1 or 2. So 4 for me is a challenge. But I'm going to choose the 4 from 2 palettes. So I'm going to do 2 from one palette, 2 from another. And the ones I'm going to be using are the e.l.f. Bite Size palette. This is the Rose Water one. So I'll be choosing 2 of these 4 colors and really hoping that I don't get this one. And the other one I'm going to be using is the Ofra Life's a Draft palette by Samantha March. And just so you can see what the colors are in there. Granted, I chose 2 palettes that are kind of within the same color scheme. I did that on purpose so that hopefully it wouldn't be some crazy look. But we will see what happens. It's meant to be fun. It's meant to, as I said, get me out of my comfort zone, try different things. And I'm just going to be probably washing it off after this since it's later in the evening. So we will see what happens. If you would like to see other videos like this with me using more palettes or possibly using single shadows, let me know and I will add it to my video list to do for you at some point. So I'm going to start off with the e.l.f. So let me get my random number generator here. Pick a number between 1 and 4. 2. Okay. That worked out quite well for me. So the first one it chose was 2, which is going to be this nice neutral base color here. Now for the second e.l.f. color, 3. Phew. I got by without the real dark one here. I've never used this. Would find it to be a bit too bold for me, but it chose this one, which is a favorite of mine. So that's going to be the second color. So that's what we've got so far. Now 2 colors from the Ofra palette. So how many have we? We've got 8 to choose from in here. Pick a number between 1 and 8. It picked number 4. So that's going to be this one here. Though at least they're matching up pretty well, so that makes me happy. It chose 1. So that's going to be the first color here. Well, I'd say I got lucky in that all of these colors go well together. Granted, they're quite similar, so I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to work this, but that's why we play and see. But I have a feeling I'm going to end with this shimmer as the topper. If you know me, you won't be surprised. So I think to start, I'm going to go in with this color here from the e.l.f. Rose palette as kind of a base because it's the lightest, most neutral of the colors. What have you been reading lately? I'm currently reading The Broken Girls by Simone St. James. Oh, let me zoom you in while I do this. Let's try this again. So I'm currently reading, focus camera, focus. The Broken Girls by Simone St. James. And because it's October, I was looking for kind of a little bit more of a, I love my mysteries and thrillers, but I was looking for something a little more on the spooky side, but I don't love horror. So this is probably close to the spookiest I would get. but I'm probably only about 30% of the way into it, but I'm enjoying it so far. It's about a boarding school, well, not really even a boarding school, but a school where they sent troubled girls from, I think it was like the early 1900s up to 1979 when the school closed, but we're also in present day, or present day then, of which is like 2014, and there's definitely ghosts involved, so it's been interesting and is a good story for this time of year. But if you have any other books that you recommend I read this month that are a little more than the usual thriller or mystery, but not exactly horror or, you know, too spooky for me, because I don't like anything too scary, but if you have anything that comes to mind of recommendations of those types of stories, let me know. It's so hard to tell in this very bright lighting how this is turning out. But yeah, that's what I'm currently reading. As for TV shows, let me know in the comments what you're watching right now. I have to say, sticking with the mystery theme, if you are a mystery lover like me, then I would check out, if you have Hulu, it's called Only Murders in the Building. And it's got Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Selena Gomez, and it's a half-hour show. They have a new episode every week. I'm caught up, but I'm also don't know when the season ends, but it's good so far. Kind of more comedy mystery, but definitely entertaining. And what else? Of course, I've started watching the new season of Dancing with the Stars, which I'm enjoying. My favorite pros are Emma and Sharna. They're just always my faves for some reason. And so therefore I always kind of root for them, but more so I'm rooting for Sharna and Brian, since they're a couple, and it'd be very nice to see them go far or even win together. But I don't know, I think it's going to be a little bit of a tough season because there's some pretty good dancers on the show. So we will see how the season progresses and what happens, but I'm recording this on a Sunday, and tomorrow night's episode is Britney Week, which I'm definitely excited for. So it'll be fun to hear all the Britney songs and see all the dances to the Britney songs. And I also watched the recent Netflix documentary on her, and I found that entertaining as well. This is not really giving me much pigment here. I know I kind of go in with a light hand, but it's not showing up the greatest, but it's a good base starting point, I think. I think I will go in with the darker of the two ochre colors, and I think I will put that on the outer corner, or at least attempt to. It's also my first time doing makeup in this room. This is my guest room, office, other room in my apartment, which you have only seen in one other video, but it was easier to set up the lights in here, and now I got a little table to work with, so it seemed like the better of the two options. No other TV shows are really coming to mind at the moment that I've been currently diehard watch. Oh, actually, there is one I started watching on Hulu, which is a show that's been on for a bit, but kind of like how I enjoyed Younger, I started a series called The Bold Type, which I think is a Freeform original, but I watched it on Hulu. But I'm only on season 1, and it's about these young women who work at a magazine. The magazine is called Scarlet. I don't know any of the actresses that are in the show. I don't know if this is the first show that they've done, or if they're known and I just don't know them myself. But the actress from The Office who played Jan, right, I think, who's also on Dancing with the Stars right now, is in it as kind of like the editor of the magazine. Or CEO, I forget. I'm doing a horrible job of describing this, but I do enjoy that as well. I've been watching some of my favorite fall movies that I love to rewatch every year. The first was Clue, which, if you've never seen it, is a great whodunit movie based on the game of Clue, the board game. And then I watched Casper, which I love to watch every year. So I haven't watched Hocus Pocus yet this year, but I'm sure I'll get to it. But let me know what you've been loving watching. Okay, I'm gonna stick with that for now, I think. Oh wait, I wanna get down here actually. Hold it, make sure it's all in there. Okay, now I'm gonna go in the inside with the other, let me show you better. I was just using this color on the outside. Now the other one it chose was this. I'm gonna go in with for my inner corner. Have you done anything fun for fall so far this year? Fall is a beautiful time of year where I live in New England. And it's going by very fast. September felt like a blink. I don't know what happened to September. And so hopefully October will be a bit slower. But let me know what you've been up to for fall. What's your favorite thing to do this time of year? I need to get doing some baking soon. I really enjoy baking this time of year, but just haven't had the time for it. But I just have to put it in my schedule, that's all. While I'm sitting here trying to think of what to talk to you about, I just realized there's another new show I started watching. I've only seen the first 2 episodes, but that's because that's all that they've released so far. And it's called The Big Leap. It's on Fox, and it's about these people who enter this reality TV competition to dance in Swan Lake on, I believe on TV, but also in front of an audience. And I'm liking it so far. It's interesting because it's not just, you know, young people that are auditioning. They've got people of all ages and types that audition for the show. It's got, oh, what's her name? Piper Perabo, that's it. It's got her in it. You know, the girl from Coyote Ugly and Covert Affairs. Oh gosh, this went out a bit too much here. She's in it, as is Scott Foley. They're the only ones I really recognized. So, well, I gotta say, this is coming together quite nicely. And it's also good doing it this way because by forcing me to use different colors, it's forcing me to figure out how to blend those colors. And I know I lucked out with the colors being ones that would blend well together, but so far it's going well. So now I'm going to top that with the shimmery color that it had me choose. I usually, honestly, use my fingers most of the time, especially for this e.l.f. palette, but I kind of forgot today and went with the brushes, and it seems to be working. Oh, now, you know, now that I think about it, that's probably why I was having difficulty getting pigmentation with that first color, because I forgot I usually use my fingers. But good to know. Just reiterates that maybe your fingers for that shadow is a better application than a brush. But I've already put the color for the shimmer on my brush, so let's see how this goes. I know this one can give a bit of fallout, can kind of tend to fall off the eyelid and down the face. Yeah, see, it's not, these don't work so good with a brush. So I'm gonna use my finger because I just feel like that works better when it comes to these e.l.f. shadows. I feel like it goes on better, does what you want more, and just gives better pigmentation. However, the brush worked fine for the Ofra shadows, but I've also used my finger with those as well, I believe. Yeah, that's working out much better. It's kind of a shame I'm not going anywhere, but as I said, it's good practice and doesn't mean it's not a look I couldn't do again, because because I certainly could. I think that has blended quite nicely. Let me go in closer so you can see. Now I'm going to apply my mascara. I'm just using the L'Oreal Bambi Eye currently. And normally I do it on the bottom lashes, but since I'm just going to be washing it off after this and it doesn't need to be an all-day thing, I'm only going to apply to the top lashes just for making easier cleanup. I know I've said this in other videos before, but sorry if I'm not always looking directly at the camera. I need a mirror to look at to apply this stuff, so I got my handheld mirror to the side here so that I can kind of see what I'm doing a little bit better close up, because I just tried to do it directly in the camera. It might not go so well. And I'm going to use, since this palette's already here, rather than grab other stuff, I'm going to use the blush that's in the Over palette and the highlight. When I normally do my makeup in the bathroom, I'm never this close to my face because I can't get that close to my bathroom mirror, and it's not always so nice looking at your face that close up. But I'm doing it for this video. Why does one side always seem to highlight better than the other? It's like how one eyebrow always looks better than the other. Blend, highlight, blend. It's more shimmery than I remember. Again, maybe it's just because it's close up and I'm seeing the shimmer more. I don't know. Maybe I should do my makeup more like this more often and see what happens. Who knows? I think that's enough highlight for now. And then we'll do blush. Oh gosh, gosh, gosh. You go in once and there's nothing. You go in again and it's not too much. What the heck? It's so interesting how in different light things look so different. Like right now I'm under super bright lights and it's looking one way, and then I go out into my bathroom and it's looking a whole other way. So who knows? I'm gonna have to show you another light, I think, after this. Okay, okay. I think that's pretty good. The lipstick I'm gonna use is one from e.l.f. It's from their Seriously Satin line, I think, or something satin. Oh, yeah, Seriously Satin. It says right on the package. And this is the color Taffy. Now I'm just going to apply a little bit of powder to set the look and take down some of the shine. I'm just using the e.l.f. HD powder. This is the completed look. Hopefully it doesn't look like every other makeup look I've had on my channel, but it's what the random number generator chose. And yes, I played it safe by choosing the palettes that I did, but let me know if you'd like to see anything different. What maybe, I know you don't know the palettes I have, but maybe certain colors you'd like me to try to incorporate, or just continue to do random ones and see what happens. I'd love your thoughts, but now I'm going to take you into the kitchen so you can see it in different light. Can't show you natural light, unfortunately, but I'll show you what I can. So this is what it's looking like under my kitchen lights. I just look a bit washed out. Not much I can do about that, but let me hold it up close. Yeah, this light's a lot whiter, but that's what it's looking like under my little studio light. I had more fun doing this than I was expecting to. I do have fun playing around when I have the time and don't have places to be, people to see, Granted, I would have liked to do this before recording another video so I could make use of the makeup, but maybe next month I'll try it again and do it before recording other videos. We will see. But I feel like I'm a bit rambly, so I'm going to end the video. Thanks for watching. Leave me your comments. You know I love and appreciate them. Give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and want to see more videos like this. Thanks so much for watching. Have a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!